Hey guys, it's Fubar here. Do you have crappy Wi-Fi connectivity in your apartment or house and have tried everything including so-called extenders but nothing works? I might have a solution, so stick around and let's check out some geek toys. If you live in an apartment or house and you have a lot of walls between you and your router base, you know how crappy that Wi-Fi becomes. I tried using a Wi-Fi extender, but the problem with those is that the walls issue is still in play. I had heard about electrical wiring internet, but a vision of old copper wires rusting inside the walls of my apartment would always come to mind. But now that I've begun to use YouTube more for work and doing more live streaming, my Wi-Fi kept under-delivering even with the amazing Fios 100 megabit up and down connection I have. So I decided to give Powerline a try and bought a pair of the D-Link PowerLink 1 gig boxes in Amazon. I've put a link on the description below. They cost me about $50 and I was really skeptical about them when I got them in the mail. But guess what? They work and they work really well. Keep in mind that I live in a really old building. It was built in the 1920s. Okay, not that old. But when I hooked one of the Powerline boxes next to my router in my bedroom and the other in my home office and saw the lights go on, I already thought this was a miracle. Guess what? I can now say I have the full 100 megabit per second connection for the first time in my home office. But I don't think the biggest advantage you will get with Powerline is necessarily the speed. Latency is the #1 issue that is solved with the wired connection. Think of latency as the round-trip speed from your home to the web and back. Even if the actual speed with the Powerline is close to what you get with Wi-Fi, if you do a ping in your terminal to any site, you will see that the latency, in my case, was around 90 milliseconds versus around 25 milliseconds with Powerline. And that latency is what makes your Wi-Fi disconnect and show you spinning wheels all the time. Of course, there are some issues with Powerline that you need to be aware of. First, Powerline networking won't work well for you if you are already using a lot of electricity-hungry devices on the same breaker or outlet. For example, if you have an air conditioner on the same breaker, the internet connection could suffer because of the noise these appliances cause. Second, you need to connect Powerline boxes directly into the wall. Don't plug them to an extension, strip, or UPS box because the extra wiring might make the device unusable. I use these really nice flat Ethernet cables to connect the router. Check the link below on the description. Third, security. If you use in a building and your apartments are not separately metered, someone could potentially steal your internet. Thankfully, in this day and age, 99% of apartments are on separate meters. These Powerline boxes do have a one-button security feature that will only share your internet with other paired boxes and encrypt the signal on the way. At the end of the day, if you look for Powerline reviews, you'll read that some people love them and some people hate them. Because electrical wiring is so different in every building or house, I recommend you buy from a place that has a no questions asked return policy. Try it and make sure you can return it. I am super happy with my Powerline boxes, and I can honestly say I can't imagine working now without them. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.